Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
If anyone is under 70 in Canada or the US, and he wants to get vaccinated with this vaccine that has not been properly developed or tested for side effects, and I can promise you, if you want it, you will get the side effects. You will get them, and it will be very, very unpleasant. They can be extremely unpleasant. It can be dangerous. And this is just the beginning of the story, because no one has ever tested for long-term effects of these gene-based vaccines. If you want to, go ahead, but don't start forcing people who don't want to do it. Mr. Trudeau.
Drea Humphrey here with Rebel News, and recently in a report of mine, I interviewed Dr. Sucharit Bhakdi, an expert in the field of microbiology, who bravely helped us bring you the other side of the story when it comes to the flawed PCR test that determines the COVID-19 counts that our unelected health advisors and politicians keep using to lock us down and restrict our civil liberties. Now, you can find that full report at rebelnews.com, but today we're talking about another important topic regarding COVID-19 with Dr. Bhakdi, and that's regarding the COVID-19 vaccinations. Now, it's no secret that the COVID-19 vaccines have been rushed and that the global pressure to take it despite that is like nothing we've ever seen before. And not only that, information about the vaccine that doesn't align with the whole you need to take this before we give you back any sense of normalcy narrative is starting to be suppressed. Take scientist Dr. James Lyons-Wheeler, for example. Wheeler recently condemned the politicization of Americans' health regarding COVID-19 measures. He also then went on to say that his concerns regarding the vaccine, which are based on his peer-reviewed research, have been ignored. Here is just one of his concerns that he feels is falling on deaf ears.
We now have results from front-runner vaccines from these hybrid trials where they skipped over the animals trials. FDA, in it absolutely ignoring safety margin in a stunning decision, decided to allow Moderna and other vaccine manufacturers to skip the most important step in vaccine safety for coronavirus, which is the animal trials, to see if there's pathogenic priming, to see if this particular vaccine or that particular vaccine might cause serious problems through pathogenic priming.
But we at Rebel, we're listening, we're watching, we're researching, and we're sharing with you important information you deserve to know, but can't easily come across. And since I'm not a scientist or a doctor, take a listen to my interview about the COVID-19 vaccinations with Dr. Bhakdi. How effective has the journey for finding a vaccine been for coronaviruses in general in the past?
Well, in the past, the path has been disastrous. I mean, everything has failed. Now, I want to get down to this virus because this is what's on our mind. Let me go back to this statement that if anyone under 70 contracts this virus and is infected by the virus, his chances of survival are over 99.9%, as John Ioannidis has told us, and he is always right, all right? 5 out of 10,000 infected individuals who are under 70 years of age will die because of or with the virus, meaning that your chances of dying are so small that no vaccine in the world will reduce them further. It's simply impossible. Then the chances of your landing in the ICU are about less than 1%. That's all right, because your immune system is trained to combat this virus, and it does it very well. You know, we've been coexisting with these coronaviruses since the beginning of man. Mm-hmm. And we've done very, very well. This is one of the most successful viruses living with the flu virus, by the way, because a successful virus likes to infect you, but he doesn't want to kill you, and they don't. they don't kill you because your immune system is trained to chase them out of your body when the time has come. And the time always comes after a few days, and then you get up and go back to work if you still have work. All right.
Yeah, that's if you still
yeah.
have work.
Yeah. But if you go around doing things that politicians are telling you to do, Trudeau, my God, I once thought he was an intelligent man, but maybe he is very intelligent. Maybe he is very intelligent, much more than you or I think. That's why he's doing it.
So what is your opinion on this whole immunity pass that is seeming less of a conspiracy and more of a reality?
Rubbish.
Why?
Look, listen. First of all, what is this password going to tell you? That you may have antibodies or you may not have antibodies, but as we have explained in this book, we've gone to great lengths to try to explain everything about immunity that anyone and everyone should know in a simple fashion, because, dear world citizens, if you don't sit down and do a bit of thinking yourself, you are going to be led by the nose, and you are going to end up somewhere on meadows. You're already leaving your homes. You've left freedom. You're now voluntarily following the Pied Piper's tone. But they're not the rats that are following the Pied Pipers now. It's you. Masks, distance from each other, and thinking that you're going to go to the promised land. That promised land is going to be a meadow where you're going to be fed with what you need to exist, but not more.
What would you say to the people who are going to, I think that the narrative is most likely going to be, well, you need to get the vaccine to protect people like yourself that are over the age of 70. What would you say to those people that believe that that's the only choice they have?
How can vaccinating you save me? I don't understand this.
Well, isn't it the herd immunity through the vaccination?
It's established that no healthy person, a person without symptoms, has ever spread the illness COVID-19, which is the pneumonia, to anyone outside the hospital. Okay, in the general public, this has never happened. And don't believe anyone who says it has happened. Ask him to show you where that is documented. No one will ever be able to show you that.
Well, in my province, our provincial health officer, she says, primarily it's in the home. So are you saying that it's not even transmitting from person to person within our homes?
I did not say that. I said that if it's being transmitted within our homes, you never get the severe illness.
I see.
Because the viral load is so low. That's something to do with it. If you drink 1 ml of vodka, you're not going to be drunk.
Why do they need so many vaccines for COVID-19?
Because one shot will never be able to protect you over a long time. And that's, there's such a thing as booster. When antibodies, when you vaccinate and the antibody comes, all right, you may be protected because when the virus comes, the antibody will catch it, okay? But it's a one-to-one game. One virus, one antibody. Well, it's not one-to-one, but it's, once the antibody has bound to one virus, it's not available to bind to the next virus. So if a high viral dose comes into your nose and lung, you're going to get this damn virus anyway, meaning the protection is never absolute. It's a game of numbers. Now, the thing is that after a few months, this antibody is going to go down because the immune system is not stupid. It doesn't keep on producing antibodies if it's not necessary, you see. And to get this up again, you need a boost, okay? But you can't keep on boosting against a virus that is going to come in then 3 months later. So the whole thing is rather stupid, actually. Sorry. But that's the simple.
That's the terms I understand.
Schoolboy understands this.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Trudeau understand this, or does he?
Yes, or does he? So, well, it's a great opportunity for the Great Reset. So that's what he sees, I think. So, well, thank you so much for speaking into this very pressing matter. And I hope many see it. And if you want, you can touch on where to find your book, Coronavirus False Alarm. Primarily, it's on Amazon, I believe, but we have to make sure we check out the correct author names are there, which we'll put on the screen as well right now.
I wonder whether I might say one word of goodbye to the Canadians.
Yes, please do.
I want you to know that there is an international movement that we are not the conspiracy theorists anymore, because there is such a thing as the Great Barrington Declaration, which was born in South Africa, and 45,000 doctors worldwide have signed this declaration saying that all the measures have to be stopped now. 700,000 others outside the medical profession have also signed.
Nice.
Then there's a resistance movement just born today in Belgium, where they are demanding that all these measures are immediately stopped because they are unfounded. And last thing, the British are also standing up. So there have been a number of articles, short articles in the British Medical Journal, which is one of the leading journals in the world, saying how rash and how unscientific all this has been. So if you Canadians will also join, we would be pleased to have you.
Wow. Absolutely. Well, we'll provide that at rebelnews.com. We'll put the link up for that as well. So make sure you guys check that out. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me, and good luck, good fortune to all of you.
If you enjoyed today's report and would like to help support the work that we do, you can stay informed by signing up for one of our monthly memberships at rebelnewsplus.com. Now, you can also support us by treating yourself or a friend to some of our fun clothing and accessories at rebelnewsstore.com. Just make sure when you visit there, you use the coupon code DREA10. We appreciate your support.